just start. Okay, we see this picture on the left. Okay, that's a female or ladies we want to draw. So we can see the real picture is like this. So we can draw, use this kind of a technique to draw our siblings, our parents, or yourself. Okay, so let's just quickly draw this. And before that, let me see what's the difference between those two. You can see some difference, and they are purposely making this different from this one. We want to make a more beautiful or cuter or something like that. Cool, more feel cool, draw better. Okay, let's just do that, and we can do different. Everybody will surely do differently, but it will be good because that's something we followed this real picture. Okay, so first we can draw oval like this. Okay, you can draw lightly oval, but I draw a little bit darker so you can see. Okay, let's just do this. Every time when we do drawing person, we'll draw oval for the head. And then we see the oval, there's a hair, something like that on this side. Okay, on the other side, okay, that'll be another side. And this one. And the neck is about over here. Okay, somehow around here. So it doesn't look like anything in the beginning. And this is the body come to be here. Okay. So we can see major thing for ladies will be hair. So let's just do a little bit more on the hair. So this hair cut the face a little bit. So we cut the face. We'll do that too. Okay, cut this side. Okay, on the other side, we'll follow the face. Okay, and under this, we can see the big trunk of the hair as like this. So we can do that one here. And every time we draw hair, must be above the skull. This is the skull. Your hair cannot be just right on the skull. Okay, should be a little bit higher. Okay, must be higher like that. And then we see the hair goes that way. Okay. Higher than the skull. Okay. And on the other side, so the hair overall is like that, like a number 8 or some kind of shape like that. And on this side will be something like going all the way here, right? And some hair stick out. Okay, and that's the hair, okay, on this side, like the S over here. Okay, now we can see the lady is like that. So the eyes, that I said, I always say the eye getting a little bit lower. So usually it's about this kind of a line up this way, right? Two eyes line up this way. It's usually line up this way, but we can do a little bit lower. Okay, a little bit lower. And we are going to draw the eyes over here. Okay. So the middle of the skull will be here, right? The middle of the skull. And we can get a little bit lower on here. And that's where we're going to draw the eye. Okay. The first eye, okay, let's see. The face, usually the helpful line will be here. Okay, will be this one. Okay. That's the axis of eye. That's the axis for the nose and mouth. Okay. And then we can draw the eye. First eye, we can draw bigger. Remember, we can always do on our own. We make a characterize, cartoonize people. So we can do a little bit change according to the real picture. Okay, see, that's like a leaf to draw this eye. And it's different from the real picture, a little bigger and a little bit lower. Okay, and when you do lower, feel a little bit younger, because when you grow older, your eye rise a little bit, grow higher and higher. Yeah, you can pay attention to your own eye. When you grow older, your eye will get higher. Okay, so that's the eyes, and there will be eyebrows, one on this side, one on the other side. Okay, this one can be the same, and the nose can be like this much on this axis. Okay, that's the nose. Okay, we see the nose here, and then we can do the nose. 1, 2. Okay, this is a little X line over here. Okay, and this is still on the center of the nose. Okay, this is the center of the nose. And by the end, usually we draw the mouth just one line, the center line of the mouth. That'll be easier. Okay, remember that. Always do the middle one. Okay, do this one. Okay. See, this is over here, and then the mouth is coming that way. I'm making a little bit lower. Okay, it's like that. Okay. So basically, it doesn't look like anything yet. It's not that good, but as we are making more and more, it will be better and better. Okay. So let's do uh, the eyes, or okay, let's do the eyes. Okay. The eyes, we can do a little bit detail. Okay. The eyes, we see the eye pupil as like this inside of here. Oh, you can erase the line now. This line and this center line, once not useful anymore, you can erase these lines. Okay. All right, this is the first eye pupil on this side, and the other one is on this side. Okay. And look funny, right? The person looks funny. Okay, and this is the center of that, and this is the center of the pupil. Okay. Oh, that's even more funnier. Okay, and that's eyelid, double eyelid seems this person has, and it's kind of like S line going over here, and the other side will be darker. Okay, we can see this is darker here. We can draw this one here. And remember, the eyes usually has this one, this kind of corner. Okay, S line. Okay, it's S line here. Okay, see this? It's not just this line. Okay, it's kind of S line going over here. Okay, and on the other side, double eyelid. Okay, double eyelid like that. Okay, and get shiny spot. shining spot over here. And then other part we can just get colored in with this kind of hatch. Okay, we can do this kind of hatch, except the highlight. Okay, we did a little bit highlight here, right? And we can get this, don't color the highlight area so you can see this. All right, keep looking at this one and this one. We can find that we make eyes bigger and more clearer and more interesting. Okay, better looking actually. And then we can do the pupil a little bit darker, the center of the pupil. I don't know how to describe this little piece. Okay, the center is darker, okay, darker than this. So when you have this darker, medium, and lighter, that will make it better, make this person look better. Okay, and then draw the mouth. The mouth, it'll be like a number M, not letter M. Okay, letter M. Okay. Flat, but the going is kind of very, very flat, going along this mouth, the smile. Okay, over here. And this person has pretty big lip at the bottom. Okay, it's majorly from here to here. Okay, and clearly see from here to here. Okay. I feel it's like sideways, so we can do a little bit change. We can change it anytime if you feel anything wrong. So from going up, I make it a little bit lower. Okay, that way the mouth is better. So let's see. If your mouth is leaning this way or leaning that way, or your eyes is leaning too much some way or too round and too far away from the nose, you can change it. You, you still have time to change it. Anything you feel a little bit wrong, you can improve it. Okay. And that's the eyebrows. Okay. It's here, and that's another part of the eyebrows. And then we do coloring this way. Remember, that's we do this side and the other side like that. And we need to further to do, okay, according to this one, right? Okay, the nose is a little bit different. Okay, the nose is kind of, the bottom is rounder and a little bit inside. Okay, a little bit like that. So the nose is like V over here, and then getting a little bit wider, round nose on the side. So the nose is done, okay, according to this one. And next one, let's do the eyeglass. The glasses is kind of like cut over here, and then you can do a little bit bigger or yeah. Basically you're doing learning from the real picture. It's like that. Actually maybe hard for you to see from the screen, but it's kind of like this. You'd better just do something similar. Then people, if you draw your relative, they can recognize that's my eyeglasses. Okay, and then here is one over here, and the hair um, hit the rest of the eyeglasses, and we can also see the connection of here, right? And ear will be somewhere around here. And that side of the face for her is kind of cut like this. And then going this. And the chin is a little bit same to that kind of curve. And go up. Then, yeah. So remember, this is kind of cut. And this kind of going this way. It's kind of like here. This is like cut this way, and this way. So when you do according to the real picture, it will have some similarities. You will find similarities. Okay, and eyeglasses, you need to do double line for that. Okay, you can slowly do this. Okay, on the other side, you can do double line for the other side of the eyeglasses as well. And this is the leg of the eyeglass. And the ear, I can clearly see inside there's a line over here. Okay. And I can clearly see something over here. So you can draw these, anything you can see, and then you can draw. Okay. That's done this lady now for the major face. Actually, according to that one, you really don't see much, but if you can do, the eyelash like these if you want, because usually people has kind of makeup like this, and they will have eyelash like that. So you can do that for her. You can add a little bit of things to make it better. Okay, and see a little this. So you can add a little bit eyelash or anything you want, earring or anything she doesn't have, but you can do. Okay. All right, and the next thing we're going to do together for the hair. Before doing that, let me see how are you doing. Are you okay with that? Okay, let's keep going next. Let's do the hair. The hair, we pay attention to the big thing. Okay, the big thing. What's the big thing? As we see group them, it's kind of like this big group first. Okay, this big group over here. Okay, we can do that. Okay, and somehow it's like that, right? It's something like this. You can see from here, you can see from here, and then you can do the hairstyle, yeah, like that. And doing this, yeah, the major things. And even you can cut the hair, cut the ear, okay? Cut the ear like this. Yeah. And you can actually doing a little bit different. See, that's kind of group them a little bit detailed, right? It's like this, a little bit more. When we do a little bit more, feel a little better now. Okay. On the other side, we see this kind of hair going in the big group is like that. It's like big oval over here. Feels like that. So you can just do the big oval like this. And then it's kind of hair going out. And mostly follow the outline early we made, but the detail, a little detail you can do in here. And do this. And doing this. And then we do this one here. Okay. This is the hair, this is the hair. Okay. And we see this is another line over here. And it's going to be like this. This. And come to the face, we can consider a little bit here, okay, over here. And then you can see this part, okay. So hide some part of the face, okay, some part of the face, but not all, okay. Like me, I have to erase something no longer useful now. The skull line, so no longer you need it. So after doing a little bit the hair, you see that looks better. Okay. It's kind of connection with this lady. You can see, oh, very similar. See, do you feel curious when you draw your mom or your sister? Um, does it look like, will it look like her? Okay. She can recognize or not, right? If she can recognize, that's so funny. That's so fun, right? Let's just try this. Okay. After this class, you can do your brother and your sister or yourself and ask them, who is this? Right? All right. And you can do something like this here, something here. And this is the suit the lady has. And this is kind of another part. Okay. See, it's done this way. Okay. The major thing is done, and we can do further a little bit more details. Okay, little details. For example, this is kind of color over here, and this is a little bit inside, and get here. This is the arm and the folding part of the clothes. Okay. And the hair is a little bit more lines inside here. Right, you can just draw some lines and you can see some lines over here and some texture over here. And then you can do curving line this way, curving line the other way, okay? And we can do a little details. and keep going during the line. Okay. And doing some S line. Okay. Do mostly when you do the hair, it's kind of S line. Okay, S line, S curve. Okay, S curve. See, this is a typical S, right? Because S line will give you softer feeling. Okay, feel soft. Okay, and over here. See, this is another S over here. This is another S. See? Just keep doing these lines. You'll feel, the hair is done. The hair is kind of textured. Okay, this texture you need to have connected to the top. Okay, a little bit connecting to the top. Okay, and this one over here. And now let's do this side. This S line again. Okay, you can take a look at original picture, although you cannot see, but you can get some clue where the hair usually goes and build your own S line if you can see some hint. Okay, and the top is empty here, so let's do some more. Okay, then the hair feel like it's kind of realistic, a little bit realistic. And mostly you make them tidy. That's the most important thing. Pretty tidy. All right. So the hair is kind of done this way, and we can do darker for most of it. Okay. We can keep doing at the bottom of each area. Okay. This is kind of darker at the bottom and darker at the bottom. And darker at the lower half. And then we use the same direction to do that. And this is all thing pretty dark over here. And maybe we go back to do more, okay? And this side maybe just over that over. Yeah, a little bit that lighter. Okay. And then we do dark on this side. Further darker, right? And further dark on this side. The left side of the hair. Okay. Feel like left side. Okay. There's a little bit darker here. Yeah, major things when you do somehow lighter on this side, medium and darker, you'll feel that is good drawing when you do that. Okay, because you have different level. Okay, lighter, medium, darker. Okay, so done this one now. Okay, you have to recognize your hair has lighter, medium, and darker. Okay, don't just cover everything. Your hair could be totally different, but make each group um, lighter on the top, uh, medium and lighter. Okay, some maybe a little bit darker somehow. So this way feel a bit um, colored, and then you can smudge, get smoother if you want. You can get smoother by doing this. You don't have to. I worry that you smudge too much. Everything is kind of smudged. It's not good idea. Okay, so next one, let's do. Okay, maybe wait for you to finish your hair, and we can do the detail on the face. Okay, for the face, you can see some part is darker. Okay, first you can see this part is pretty dark around the eye. Okay, around the eye is pretty dark. Let's do that lightly, slightly doing this shadow like that. And around that at the bottom is like this. Okay, a little bit that. And on the other eye, it'll be the same. And also you can see the cheek. Okay, on this side, it's kind of a darker. So you can do this. You can get inside of your glass. Okay. See, when you do a little bit of this, the person feel like a 3D now. Okay. Not 2D anymore. So let's do very likely color the side of your her face. And also you can see the higher lip is darker. So you can do that. And it makes darker looking now. Well, I still have a line. I want to erase that. Okay. Um, this side is done, and the bottom is like pretty much of the coloring at the bottom. Okay. All right. And you can see under the chin, there's a shadow over here. Okay, now let's do the eyeglass. Okay, you can do a little bit darker, a little bit double line lighter. Don't color this part, and sometimes you color partially. Okay, um, you can color in this part and skip this one, and then color this, skip, and then color. So your whole thing for the glasses, it's like um, it's kind of darker and then shining became lighter and darker again. Yeah. And do this kind of technique for the middle connector. Okay. And we can see that's holder glass holder like this on this side and the other side. Okay. And the ear, it's like this. All right. Uh, yeah. Okay, let's do coloring the shirt. The jacket is like that. So you can color everything that way and this side as well. And you can see this is darker on this side. You can do darker on this side and darker on the other side. Okay. Basically, we've done that, lady. Okay. So Toby, you drew a little bit too small. Next time you can draw bigger, like I make the whole paper of the head, the whole head. That'll be more interesting to hold a paper and you have a big thing to draw. Okay, you have drawn a big thing. So if you draw tiny little thing, it doesn't look anything important. Okay, doesn't look like an important thing. So just try to remember next time, draw a bigger, as big as possible to arrange your drawing. Okay, at the bottom, okay, we can do a little bit this on this side and get a little bit of shadow on this side. So you can, whenever you can see on the face, there's a major darkness, then you can do it. You can do accordingly. And probably you can add a little bit shadow on the forehead for the hair. The hair casts shadow usually. Get this a little bit shade under the hair. Okay. So pretty much this is 3D cartoon. Um, it's different from original. Okay, you can see the original is like that, and this one is kind of our own drawing. It's another step we made. So let's see what we did. First of all, we draw the skull, the oval, and then we draw major eyes, nose, mouth, and the axis. Remember, this is very important to have the axis run in the middle. Okay, here, and this is eyes. Okay, so the skull will be something like this, and the eyes should be going line up this way, and the mouth and nose will be on this side. So the whole thing will feel like um, a ball. Okay? Feel like this American football thing. Okay, it's kind of curving on this one and draw two eyes along this. Okay, draw two things along that, and this is nose. Okay, and this is the mouth. Okay, the mouth and the nose, they all go to the center axis. They all go along this. And then you can have ear and then hair, okay, accordingly. Okay. So that would be important to have the skull pretty well done according to the American football. Okay. So then you can do detail. If the face is a little bit rounder, and you can do that. If that is sharper, you can do sharper, or you can do exaggerating. You can do funny way to do that. Okay. This part is done. Let me see yours.